drove further away from Kathmandu, the thick jungle covered most of the landscape. The poorly maintained dirt and rock roads made for a very bumpy 8-hour bus ride. There's abundant rainfall here, which means there are waterfalls everywhere. When the roads became too bad for the bus to continue, we took a jeep the rest of the way. Me, our guide Tenji, and these 3 guys from Germany make up our group. That evening, Tenji got out the map and explained the trek. We would start the Manaslu Circuit by taking a detour through Tsum Valley. This is a week-long out-and-back trek near the Tibetan border.
Same way go, same way back. Okay.
Then we'd rejoin the trail where we branched off to complete the circuit around the Manaslu region for a total of 17 days. These guys are university students studying physics and computer science, so we ended up having some pretty good conversations along the way. I wasn't kidding when I said there were waterfalls everywhere. This trip was planned and flawlessly executed by Master Himalaya, a locally owned and operated Nepali trekking company based out of Kathmandu. They provide guided trekking packages around Nepal, including Everest and Annapurna. They reached out and asked if I wanted to go trekking in exchange for an honest review of my experience. A trip to explore the tallest and most rugged mountain range in the world on foot? Yes, please. I wanted an off-the-beaten-path experience, exposure to the local culture, and of course, epic views. The staff at Master Himalaya suggested the Manaslu region, which has tons of waterfalls, suspension bridges, and of course, those iconic snow-capped Himalayan peaks. Use this discount code for 5% off your adventure. More information and a link to their website is in the description below. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the very first bridge of the evening. Now, I have a question. Is anyone here afraid of heights? It's a good thing I'm not. Spoiler alert, there are a lot of suspension bridges. And a lot of water. We stopped at little villages along the way, which consisted of a couple guest houses and restaurants, plus the local houses. Pretty much all of them had a couple dogs.
Hi, sweetie. Hello. Hello.
And mules. The restaurants all basically served the same thing. A few kinds of tea.
Masala tea. Yes. And Tibetan tea.
And the meals either had a base of rice or noodles, and there were also some local dishes made with dough, momos, which are dumplings, and the classic
Dalvat.
dalba is a local staple made with rice and a lentil soup, plus usually potatoes and vegetables. Each place made it a little differently, and this was our favorite on the whole trek. There are no roads out here to these villages, so the only available form of transportation is by foot. Mules are often used to transport goods between Nepal and Tibet, a journey that takes several days.
Namaste.
In the Tsum Valley, the people are vegetarians. This is the village we stayed at the second night. Since September is the beginning of the trekking season in the Himalayas, the only traffic on the trail were mules. We only saw a few other groups during the whole trek, which means I got my own private room every night except one. These were the typical showers and toilets. I only showered twice in 17 days. A new personal best. Along the trail near the villages were these hand-carved stones. I was amazed to learn that people still carve stone to this day. I kept thinking that if these were older and from some lost civilization, they would be in a museum somewhere. Maybe in 1,000 years they will be. And this is where we stayed the third night. During this part of the journey, I felt like I could have been hiking back home in the Pacific Northwest because of the sea of fir trees. Today we were sleeping at the same guest house, so we left our heavy packs at the village and hiked up to a viewpoint where we had incredible views of the Tsum Valley. After stopping for a traditional lunch of dal bhat, we hiked back to the village. Yaks are common here, and the local people use them as livestock. They drink the milk and make yarn from the wool. She is making a traditional Nepalese dough made with buckwheat and a vegetable curry.
What do we do now?
Oh, this is scary.
For breakfast, I usually had chapati and the boys usually had Tibetan bread. This is Samagon, the largest village before the pass and the base for the Manaslu base camp. We are staying here an extra day to acclimatize in preparation for the pass that is nearly 17,000 feet, so I decided to hike up to this nearby lake. Can you count how many waterfalls there are? When I got back, I took my second shower of the trek, 10 days since my last one. Yes, that is a rock with water coming out of it. I have no idea how that's possible. Not only did I have my own private room, I had my own private bathroom as well. Every night after dinner, our guide brought us a little treat. We found out that he had been carrying more than 30 apples and a dozen pomegranates in his bag. I couldn't imagine carrying that much extra weight on this trail.
Red Dove! What are we doing? We're going up a hill. We're going up a big hill.
Due to weather conditions, we needed to reach the top of the pass shortly after sunrise. It happened to be a rare, perfectly clear night, so we could see the glittering stars in one direction and the large, bright, full moon in the other. It wasn't as cold as I was expecting, and with the moon to light our way, I thoroughly enjoyed trekking at night. I normally try to avoid trekking when it's dark, but watching the sunrise and illuminate the snow-capped mountains was so spectacular that it turned out to be my favorite day of the whole trek. The views up here are just stunning in every direction. And the full moon up ahead and the sunrise behind us, just amazing. We reached the top of the pass at 16,752 feet around 7:30 a.m. We enjoyed some hot tea and rested our legs after the climb and soaked in the incredible Himalayan views. This is the highest altitude I have ever been. Second place is Rainbow Mountain in the Andes in Peru, which was a mere 230 feet lower. After 15 minutes on the pass, it was time to descend on the other side. This entire trip has been amazing. The views have been spectacular, the weather was good the whole time, and the company has been wonderful. Master Himalaya handled all the logistics, including planning the itinerary, booking my hotels, and acquiring all necessary permits. All I had to do was show up and walk. Our guide Tenji was friendly, personable, and just awesome. As the miles passed, he became a friend. If you want to explore Nepal, Master Himalaya will ensure you have a great trip. The communication the entire time was excellent, and the process was so streamlined and easy. This became my favorite trek I've ever done, and Nepal became my favorite country. After 17 days, we arrived at our guest house on our last night. And had one final dal bhat for dinner.